15 million Americans are now paying for prescription injections to suppress their appetite. 15% of men report having zero close friends. The median age for buying a first home has hit 40. We are often told that extreme wealth requires the glamour of a tech unicorn, a private space agency, or a breakthrough AI model. But consumer spending is shifting away from aspiration. A massive shadow economy is forming, built entirely around the practical needs of a society struggling to adapt to isolation and instability. Today's highest margin businesses are bypassing the attempt to repair these systems. Instead, they are monetizing the specific ways these structures are failing. This chart shows GLP-1 usage spiking from 1 million in 2020 to 40 million by 2030. The traditional food consumer is physically disappearing. This creates a biological math problem. Users eat significantly less, but their bodies still require baseline protein and micronutrients. Specialized powders, vitamin gummies, and muscle preservation services are filling this caloric gap. Supplement brand I'm8, co-founded by David Beckham, generated over $100 million in its first year by catering to this new, low-appetite physiology. Now traditional food giants are racing to engineer zero-calorie versions of pasta, pizza, and ice cream, attempting to capture a consumer who has lost their hunger, but still seeks the sensory experience of a meal. The financial opportunity isn't in competing with pharmaceutical companies. It is in identifying the disrupted biological systems of the modern consumer and charging a premium to keep them functioning. Human connection is undergoing a similar disruption. Public third places have vanished, replaced by private habits that leave millions of people starving for contact. In major cities, membership-based clubs are charging between $200 and $5,000 a month. People are paying these premiums for a structured reason to exist in the same room as other humans. For those who remain at home, digital solutions are filling the void. AI companions and robotics are becoming a $300 billion industry by offering contact without the friction of a real relationship. We are also seeing a surge in kidding. Adults buying back the safety of childhood through everything from Lego sets to exclusive paddle clubs. These sectors provide more than just products. They sell identity and a sense of belonging to a tribe in an increasingly fragmented world. The education system is facing its own fracturing. Parents are bypassing standard routes to spend heavily on microschools, AI tutors, and custom gap year programs, all to secure a spot at hyper-competitive endpoints like Stanford. On a global scale, the assumption of permanent peace has ended. Nations are now committing to massive, long-term increases in military spending to ensure their own security. Private defense startups are capturing multi-billion-dollar valuations by acting as the rapid tech infrastructure for this new era. Founders like Palmer Luckey are proving that the military is now one of the most lucrative markets for innovation. Domestically, the power grid is struggling to keep pace with the exponential demand for electricity from data centers and electric vehicles. This has created a blue-collar gold rush. Tradesmen are building wealthy empires by installing private, off-grid solar and battery systems for homeowners who can no longer rely on public infrastructure. This chart tracks 30 years of the U.S. self-storage market. It shows a $48 billion industry that hasn't seen a single year of decline, even during the 2008 financial crisis. A permanent renter class stuck in small apartments has made storage a mandatory utility. These businesses represent a new, parallel infrastructure for education, energy, and housing. Wealth is concentrating where people are willing to pay for systems they can actually control. A new divide is emerging. At the top, the ultra-wealthy are paying for longevity research from scientists like Dr. David Sinclair, aiming to reverse the aging process itself. Meanwhile, the middle class is paying monthly for tools just to maintain their health and sanity. In an unstable environment, consumers are prioritizing the one thing they can't get from a standard retail transaction: the guarantee of permanence. Capitalizing on this trend requires moving away from grand visions and into the messy service layer. Instead of building a new AI, automate a single complex workflow for a local business. Instead of fixing the grid, become the specialized installer for home battery stacks. Solve the specific problems created by a world in flux. Extreme wealth is flowing to the pragmatists. They realize that in a chaotic world, a safe place to land is the most valuable product on the market.